Miss Nat picked me up. I knew it was God. Miss Nat, her husband picked me up. We went there, tried the stuff on, and it took us such a long time to get there. And the ladies were so nice, right? I felt like the receptionist could have been a little nicer. She was a little dry and scratchy. But the girl, once I got in the room, I was perfectly at home. I felt so comfortable taking clothes off and trying them on in front of her, because as I was talking to her, she measured me and came around, was talking to me about church and everything while she measured me. While she was talking to me. She engaged me, was talking to me, and actually had measured me and started picking out things off the rack for me to try on. I've already got you, man. We are talking about a conversation. I've complimented you. I know how to gauge people. I've already got you measured. I love doing what I do. And check this out. I've got sizes in different styles for you. What should we start with? I love doing this because I love making women feel beautiful. And then she told me her testimony. And then I understood why I was so comfortable around her, because she's like me. She's had a tough life, but she's coming back. And she's actually experienced something. She was experiencing something right at that time that I had experienced a couple of weeks before. So God said, when I looked at my wallet to pay, God said, take that bill out of your wallet and give it to that woman and tell her to give it to that girl. Here's what happens, right? Because she encouraged me. Do I need to tip her? Absolutely not. And I don't tip people. We had a conversation about it on the prayer call. Do I tip? No, it's not my responsibility to, right? I tip if I'm in a restaurant, because I worked in restaurants. I was a waitress. I tip when it's necessary. But if I have somebody come to my house and do what they are supposed to do, right? If you have a plumber come to your house and he unplumbers the toilet, I don't know what you call it, because I have a plunger, so I don't really need a plumber. But if I'm from the ghetto, I've never seen a plumber in my life. Plumber's crack, never seen that. I don't want to see that. So I plumb and crack my own lifestyle. So God said, take what you have in your wallet right there and give it to that lady at the desk and give it to her. And I told her, I said, here, I need you to give this to the woman inside. She said, okay. And I said, no. I said, you give it to her after we leave. See, when God tells me to do things, now I went and sat down and read a kid's book about bras. When God tells me to do things, it's almost like a pop up, like this woman that has authority. And no. Not now. You do when I tell you to do it. Take this money and you give it to her when I tell you to give it to her. You don't give it to her a minute earlier. Why did I tell her to do that? I didn't know in the beginning, but I know now. Why did I tell her to do that? If you follow leading the Holy Spirit will tell you the right thing to do, even when you're in the situation, when the heat of the situation, right? Remember curtsy, come back in the house, lean on the doorknob, say, lean back, go back outside, get your mail. While they're still outside, the man's still trying to trap me and trip me and kill me, right? And on the other side, the woman is talking to Brittany, who had the call on her. So she's responding to a reprimanded call that I made on her. She said, okay, God said, okay, now you made the call, go back outside and get your mail. While they're there. I said, okay. I got up and went. He said, now come back inside. Put the mail down. Go to the bathroom. Come back downstairs. Go get change from the 7-star and come back. I left. I ran outside, curtsied, stood up and started skipping and skipped away. I came back. No log, no person in the truck, no kids running out of his truck, no him. He must have thought I was going to get police. I don't care. No her, nobody. God said he will. He sat in his truck and watched the whole situation and kept trying to put a log in front of my house and trip me. So God told me what to do, and then he broke it down when I came back inside after getting my money. I said, where they at? They must have went inside, the punks. They came back inside. Because them and the factions left. So when the factions leave, the demons retreat. That's what God is saying. I'm only an extension. That's the cats. It works the same way with you. Demons are an extension of their faction. Plastic cats are an extension of the denomination. That's why they're allowed to stand on the platform. Denominations and factions are the exact same thing. There's a split in the church. that Satan has caused. He caused it. Is sitting back laughing about it. And somebody said on a prayer call this week, and I've been praying about it. I talked to God about it. I'll talk to you guys about it, but I don't spend no time on it because Satan's still going to laugh. Because I'm Jamie in my house, right? If you guys are still acting a fool outside, if you guys still vote Biden into the White House, and I'm Jamie in my house, I'm going to go about my business and live my life. I did what I was supposed to do. I voted for the right person. I asked God who to vote for. At first I thought there was nobody that was eligible. Y'all had people on the platform just asking a whole bunch of stuff about councilmen and I voted for who I wanted to vote for, where I wanted to vote for them. If I didn't see if I saw a vote, what's your vote for this thing? It had all these bubbles open. Nobody got the bubble. You don't get my bubble unless you put in some soap. See ya. It's an exchange. I said, punks came in the house and went about my day. I had defeated 2 sets of factions at the same time by doing what? One courtesy. The courtesy of following the Holy Spirit, right? Will cause you to be able to do one courtesy. I came back outside, and if I had done it at that time, because some of us say, okay, God told us to do something, now let's take the time to pray and get confirmation for God. You need confirmation for everything, including what God is telling you. Know it's God, and you need confirmation. Okay, God told us to put on these shoes. He said this outfit will work best because it's raining outside. I'm going to catch a cold if I don't wear a coat. Then I got to pray. I stand and pray for 5 hours about whether I should wear a coat outside. God already told you it's raining outside and that you need a coat. Okay, because now God said, try me. He didn't say test me. Now your prayers are starting to test God, not to try him. You are walking in a dangerous situation because James says, God doesn't tempt and test anyone. So I would not test God because even his son said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God, right? He said that in the wilderness. So if you're testing and tempting God, it is not trying God. That's not Malachi 3:10. That's wilderness experience. If you're trying and testing and tempting people and doing things to get their attention, you stand as the enemy. God said, try me now. And he didn't say test me. Get it correct. Plastic cats. So anyway. I told you it was 2 sides of the same exact coin. Right now we're in a situation where post-COVID, everybody, I said, there's no difference in the world before now and after, before COVID and after COVID. Because back then, I said, right now, everybody's doing what's right in their own eyes. I said, I told them on prayer, I said, where have you heard that from? I said, judges. We are all the judge in our own eyes. We're all the judge in our own house. We have a throne that's a toilet in our living room. And nobody will leave poop in my living room. God's throne is set up in my living room. There's no room for 2 thrones. Why would you have 2 thrones in your house? That means you're a double-minded man and you're unstable in all your ways. You got a throne and a toilet in your living room. Nobody's pooping in a place where I keep a throne. My God's throne, and it's not visible. You can't see it. I know it's there because I invite him. That's why I can't invite you. You don't receive the same level of attention and love that he receives. His throne is here. He is invited. Also, he pays the rent. So I bow when I say it's your house. I just live here. I'm rehabilitation in it. And while I rehabilitation the house, he rehabilitation my life. No toilets allowed. Boom. That's a plant. That's why the satanic woman wanted it there. We're gonna put a toilet in your living room. Boom. That's a plant. Remember we talked about that? God plants seeds. Satan plants plants. Boom. What is that doing here? A toilet plants it in the carpet. Are you crazy? You don't understand it. I know it wouldn't look like that, but in the spiritual realm, it is like that. What she served to do, she went my living room is where I open the house up to, open the door, the front door open up to the living room. That's the first place I come to. What she was trying to do is put the word of handicap right in the middle of my house. When I first walk in the door, I walk in the door if I'm tired and I want to sit down. The first thing there will be a toilet, not a seat. Jamie, you can't make it to a chair. There's a chair right next to the door. You can't open the door all the way because there's a chair there. You can't make it to the toilet. You can't make it to a chair. You need a toilet right here. I'm going to bring a toilet. I don't need that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Gonna fight me over her throne. She's a toilet because she's filled with poop. will fight me to put her throne in my living room. What's wrong with you?